So, going to do the normal introduction, then a recap for last session because the recordings were lost.
So what session? Yeah, go ahead. I'm recording this at the moment anyway. So.
Okay, then there's going to be 2 flashbacks, and then we roll luck.
Okay.
Okay, so we shall start with session 32, Masks of Nyarlathotep. In session 31, our intrepid heroes found themselves talking to a member of the Great Race. There was some mind jumping when she communicated with Ogilvy, Pratley, Enzo, and Rex independently. You released her. She gave you some information as to how to use what you refer to as a lightning gun. Told you about the flying polyps and gave you an indication that Hudson, the one of the Carlisle expedition members, was digging deeper into the great city. She told you roughly where he was, and you decided to go on full rampage. Charging down the tunnel, you encountered some zombies, which you dispatched quite easily. Arriving at a T-junction, where to the right of you found a wooden structure which appeared to be Hudson's base camp. There were some more zombies and a flying polyp. Which, did you actually kill the polyp? I think you killed the polyp. Made it to Hudson's place, where you discovered oil, explosives, and you concocted a plan to fireball Hudson and his cronies that you could hear charging up the tunnel from the far depth. Plan went okay. You did ignite a fireball with some barrels of oil, petrol, gasoline, and that's more or less where we left it. With the plan to redline it to Shanghai, which would effectively be a month later. However, before we do that, we have to make a small amendment because Ogilvy was an NPC at the time. Ogilvy needs to make a luck roll and a spot hidden roll.
Okay, give me 1 second. I'm just getting my coach sheet up now.
So
What, a luck roll, did you say?
Flickering on the screen, and Ogilvy is standing in Hudson's. Cool.
That's not good.
Good heavens, you've got a luck of 19. Jeez.
Yeah.
That's not very lucky, Ogilvy.
Not at all.
No, which is what pretty handy, the fact that he wasn't there last time, because I think it was your luck play.
There you go. Spot hidden worked.
My luck is 102. I can't fail a luck roll. At least on my first.
Pathetic. 116.
I call that some GM bullshit right there.
That's nearly 100 points more.
My
than
bullshit.
Maybe if you spend some goddamn luck points from time to time.
Yeah.
We don't need to. We've been spending your luck points, Ogilvy.
That's what
we've been spending their luck. So, Ogilvy, you find yourself, as the rest of the team are gathering barrels and fireworks and explosives that they've discovered, you find yourself in the office area of this hideout, where...
So hang on, where's the office? The top floor, right?
So top floor, we're going to go with it's either that desk or that desk.
Yeah.
Whichever one's got the typewriter on. Oh, either one.
One on the left, I would say. Hard to see, but
yeah, it's one on the right. You find in a desk drawer 600 neatly wrapped together sheets of manuscript. entitled "The Gods of Reality."
Ooh, sounds like a bestseller. Sounds like a page turner.
Yep. You put this in your bag,
Yep.
and do you grab?
Should I? I'll make a note. So, what did you say? The Gods of Reality? Did you
Gods
say?
of Reality.
So, if I make a note that it's gone into my bag.
Yep. And you do find another letter, a letter, which I will read out because I forgot to take a picture of it. And then it blurs on. There's an explosion, and you find yourself on the boat with the rest of the team heading towards China.
So, when you say I find myself, does that mean he does an explosion and he blacks out and then he wakes up?
No. No, we jump ahead a month.
Okay, right. Okay, fine. Right.
So you will need to do some sanity rolls and some luck rolls for you to read. Right. So the other thing that happens is that in his bunk, Rex is having a bit of downtime, and he's trying to recall, piece together, because everything's happened really quickly. Trying to remember what actually brought him to you bunch of crazies in the first place. So there's a bit of a montage of him receiving a telegram that Jackson Elias has passed away, and there's a solicitor sending him some telegrams with regard to helping some friends out who are investigating his death. And on one of the telegrams, it says the team's in trouble. Please head to Kenya to help out. And it says, if you can find him, speak to what's his name? Wrote his name down. I'm clearly going to forget it. Bertram Nails Nelson. So
In
Rex,
Kenya.
in Kenya.
Okay.
So Rex, after a bit of digging around in Kenya, as the scene changes, you came across or found in a bar in Nairobi, Niles Nelson, and you spoke to him.
Okay.
And asking him about what he knew. You've been given a little bit of information, and the little bit of information you've been given is let me just check. It's that, isn't it? Nope. That. Just trying to find the. Oh, did I? That's there. So let me just move the piece you found. So in Jackson Elias's on him in his bag when he was found murdered, there was some various clues, and one of the clues was a photograph. There is the matchbox and a document. A series of documents that led you to the solicitors who provided you with a little bit more information. And one of the bits of information was a piece of paper that detailed notes that Jackson Elias had written, series of sets. The pertinent thing about that particular bit of information on the left of the screen is set 7. And it states, set 7 is another single sheet. Elias ran into Nails Nelson at the Victoria Bar in Nairobi. Nelson had been a mercenary for the Italians on the Somali-Abyssinian border, and he had escaped into Kenya after double-crossing his employers. Nelson claimed to have seen Jack Brady alive in Hong Kong less than 2 years before Elias was in Kenya, and long after the Kenyan court declared that Brady and the rest of the expedition were dead. Brady was friendly, though guarded and taciturn. Nelson didn't press the conversation. This report only strengthens Elias's belief that the principal members of the expedition may still be alive.
Mhm.
You've met Apathia Matthews before she exploded. You burnt to death Hudson, although, to be fair, you never actually saw Hudson, just everyone else. The circumstantial evidence is so great, it must have been Hudson. And the Yithian had stated it was Hudson.
Okay.
So you met with Niles in Kenya, and so you met Niles at the Loyal Defender pub in Kenya. After applying him with some alcohol, you discovered that he saw Brass Brady, as he calls him, in Hong Kong. And it was in 1923. Brady was in the Yellow Lily Bar on Wang Shin Street near Causeway Bay. But that's all you could get out of him.
Okay, because he seems reluctant to give more, because he doesn't know anymore, or because he's murdered.
That's all he remembers. He's sure there was nothing more. That was it.
Okay.
And then, obviously, the scene changes and everyone's on the boat going to China.
Yeah, and just to confirm, that was before I met the gang, right?
Yes, that was just before you met the gang.
Yeah.
And that was really all dependent on whether they had actually gone looking for Niles or not. So, luck rolls. And then we've got to do a little bit of sanity rolling for Ogilvy because he survived.
Aye.
It wouldn't be a game of masks if Ogilvy didn't do a sanity roll.
Didn't go insane. Okay.
If you go up slightly from the success and the failure of your rolls,
Yeah.
to the third piece of text up.
Ogilvy to roll for extra sanity luck.
No. You've got Keeper Evening, Roger Good Evening, and then Professor Herschel.
I pass my knowledge on from beyond.
Yeah.
Ooh.
If you got your journal,
Yeah.
that'll make a little bit more sense.
Okay. Which one am I looking at?
Your journal.
Yeah, I'm looking at my journal. There's quite a few handouts in there.
So there we go. So in bin and info.
In what, sorry?
Bin bio and info.
Hold on.
In the character sheet.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm looking at that now.
You've got
Yeah, got that.
you got all those bits.
Oh, hello. Okay, now.
So you're going to get those after a month of reading, speed reading on the boat.
I'm Doctor Strange, bitch.
Yes. So, luck rolls first.
Right, okay. So remind me, so again, it's like a skill roll, right? So you roll your luck, and if you
If you roll
roll...
over your luck, then it's 2d10 plus 10. If you roll under your luck, it's 1d10. So everyone that's got over 100 can't roll. Because that's just, spiteful. Having that much.
Good. Well, I rolled... Oh, I don't believe it. I made my luck roll.
Sorry, that is not funny at all.
Did you say 1d10?
1d10 plus 10.
Or
15.
or if you roll over 2d10
Yeah.
plus
5. That's not really helpful, is it, Steve? We didn't do too
No.
much. So,
Right, done that.
right, for sanity, you're going to gain this. So you're going to gain 1d6.
Right.
This is
One-
everyone, right?
No, this is just Steve. Everyone else got their sanity last session.
Right, 1d6.
Steve
1d4.
or Ogilvy?
Ogilvy.
Okay, just checking.
Are you sure? Can we be more specific? Right, 1d6.
Yeah. 1d4.
Okay. 1d4. Hold on.
1d3.
D3. Okay. Well, we'll do a d6 and just halve it.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's so far. That is. Hold on. That is 5, 9, 10. That's 12.
And 1d20 because you did twat a flying polyp.
Okay, great. So 15. Oh, well, better than.
Don't think you see.
Okay,
And
go
a
on.
1d10 luck for completing the mission.
Right, hold on. Let me just make a note of that. Dude. Sorry, 1d10 did you say for the for luck? Okay. I think you're just throwing me bones now, aren't you? But that's okay, I'll take it. Right, okay, got that.
Smacks of desperation.
Oh,
So
I'm up to 40. Woo, 40 luck. Woo.
that's passable.
You lucky bastard.
So I want that one. So China 1, China. So you find yourselves on a boat heading towards China.
Is it a slow boat?
It's going to get you there. You're leaving on the 15th of April, and you'll get to China around the 15th, 16th of May. So
About a month. So
about a month. And I've done the maths for your hit points, and essentially you'll go back up to your original hit points. It's because it's pulp. It's 2 plus 2 a day, so 30 days. It's that's more than enough to take you up to your maximum hit points. Which is not to that one. No. So, is there anything you would like to do?
Well, okay, first of all, I need to declare that Ogilvy will probably get seasick, I would imagine. So even though he's been on boats, he'll still be seasick for the first week.
He's got a fish allergy as well, isn't he, Ogilvy?
I think he has, yeah. So he'll be sick as a dog, and he can't eat anything because they're fishing off the boat. He's like, oh, yeah.
And you'll be following the ship's cats around.
Yeah.
Because you are obsessed.
Oh,
with
actually, to be fair, he's not. He hasn't got he's not a fish allergy. He's got a fear of wind, so that may not be good on the open ocean.
Yes.
I think it's Pratley who's got an obsession with cats, isn't it?
Oh yeah, Pratley might be with cats.
Because Ogilvy's got he's got alluromania, which is a fondness for cats.
Oh,
So
I want to fuck them. I don't want to follow them around.
Fair enough. I think Enzo picked up the wind thing, didn't he, when he fought the polyp?
That's right. Yeah.
Yes.
And the rest of the time, Ogilvy will keep to himself as much as he
Busily
can, reading scrolls, one would assume, which will make him even more sick because he stays in his cabin, which means he doesn't get to see the horizon, so then he gets more sick.
Yeah.
So it's a vicious cycle of vomit and reading ancient scrolls, basically, for most of the trip.
So you, one of the books you have read or are going to read over this 30 days is The Gods of Reality.
Mm-hmm.
In hindsight, it would have been useful to read that before going into the great city, but So you lose 1d3 sanity. You gain 1 percentile point in Cthulhu Mythos.
Hold on a minute. So just didn't make that roll. Right, 1d3. Sorry, you said lose 1d3 sanity, yeah?
Yep.
Okay. Oh well, 1. I'll take that.
and
And
gain
gain
1%.
1 point of Cthulhu Mythos.
Yep.
Okay, we'll sort that out.
You do gain 2 spells.
Yeah.
Called Time Trap and Send Dreams. And you can give yourself 6 points in Read the Ithian.
Right, hold on a minute. You're leaving me behind here. Hold on. Let me just get this running. For some reason, my character sheet has decided it now no longer wants to be open. What's going on?
So,
sorry, bear with me.
The rest of you, is there anything you are going to take with you from the Great City? So you had some of those lightning guns.
Was there anything worth taking?
You were kind of running out, so you had 1 lightning gun each.
There's some funky helmets.
Yes, we could. There was one option with that funky helmet, only one in which you survived, and somehow Enzo managed to pull that off first roll.
I was fortunate.
Yeah.
One thing I can't remember is I don't think I did luck at the end of last session.
No, it's the beginning of last session. Oh, did everyone get the additional 1d10 luck?
Yeah, I got that, but being the beginning of this session, do I?
Yes,
do a luck roll?
you do luck roll because you're on a 46, but the other two, because they're on 100 and something, I'm going to make them.
Okay, so I got above my luck. So
you've failed your luck roll, so you do 2d10 plus 10.
Okay. Hey.
That's all the luck that Ogilvy wanted. So after a couple of days on board ship, I'll give you until the end of the voyage to decide what anything else you want to bring with you. Hello.
What explosives?
I think you can have a party luck roll to see if you if any survived the explosion.
Party luck roll. You mean an Ogilvy luck roll?
Oh,
Do we really want explosives that survive an explosion? They're probably not going to be really that good explosions.
They're a bit damp.
They're safety explosives.
Yeah.
Practice one.
Explosives for ladies.
Otherwise known as damp squibs.
Yeah.
that didn't work then.
No. So, Ogilvy.
Yeah.
After a few days of reading and absorbing everything you did from the books and gaining all that extra information, can you see this big sheet in front of you? This is This is a kind of a premise, a shortened version of the Gods of Reality.
Okay.
So it appears that Hudson was writing this as some kind of, I don't know, crazy memoir or something.
Okay.
I don't know whether you want to.
I mean, if you want to drop that into my journal, I guess probably the best place to put it. But I don't think everyone can see that. One of them. It took me a minute to read it.
I don't know whether you want to read it out to everyone or.
It's on the page, isn't it? Can everybody not see that on the Roll20 page? Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah.
I'd rather you read it out there, Steve. I'm
I can do if you want. Yeah,
I'm joking.
No, I'll read it. It's up to you guys. I don't mind reading it if you want. But if not, it might be quicker if you read it yourself, I guess.
I'm going to be honest. I've had a little bit too much wine to read that text.
I'll read it out then. Okay. As you asked so nicely. Hang on a minute. Wait. Back up a second. You've had wine.
Kids are in
This is
bed.
serious. This is serious business. We shouldn't be drinking wine. Okay. So set one of the Nairobi. I suppose I'm doing this for the recording anyway.
Wait. That's entirely my fault. I thought you were looking at, because I've ignored that. It's this one.
Oh, okay.
This one. Because I was
Well,
looking.
I'm certainly glad I didn't. I'm certainly glad I didn't read that out for the tape. Then.
Because that's a really long. I was wondering why. It's only a little bit. It's only about 4 paragraphs.
Right. Okay. Okay. This is what then he is reading. So madness is the mark of gods, the response to the whisper of ancient secrets and the unseen hand that turns the world in its disordered course. With it, I have peered beyond mere dreams and pattern, beyond childhood impetuosity and adult grief, beyond the analysis of which other men are capable. Accepting madness, I accept the gods and rule well with their gifts thereby. That preening fool, Al-Shakti, may be lord and master of his little kingdom of the Nile, yet his vision is clouded by a narrowness of thought and a lack of imagination. He labours under the mistaken impression that age gives him seniority in matters pertaining to our Lord's work. True, he may have seen the stars traverse the heavens many times over the course of his countless lives, and given devoted service in his own petty manner. But he is too hidebound to embrace our vision of the future, and so must be left behind. The old ones that dwelt here long ago were clearly destroyed by the piping monstrosities that lurk in the depths. It is fortunate that we have found so many of their weapons with which to keep these foes at bay. The time is drawing ever closer. Grey Dragon Island and the Mountain of the Black Wind should be approaching readiness now. I hope Sir Aubrey and Gavigan have made good use of the artifacts that I have sent to them. When that clock sounds on January the 14th, 1926, all creation shall quake, and our names will never be forgotten. Those who opened the way, I will draw upon the power locked within the effigies of the gods, and the gods themselves will see me as an equal. And next week on Jack and Ori Children, we're going to talk about...
Yes.
Did you say wind?
the mountain. Yes, the mountains of the Black Wind. Oh, wind. Ooh. Wind.
Not
I can't
good.
remember whether I like wind or it's cats that I like. I'm getting confused now. So.
It's Enzo that's got a fear of wind.
Okay, so
That's because you spent far too much time with Ogilvy. As you were going through the manuscript and reading it, it's mostly tedious, rambling bollocks, really. But it does give you obviously that's the takeaway. But as you were going through it, this fell out of the manuscript.
Dear Houston, it is dated 1925 and addressed Grosvenor Street. Take it that's not meant to be Grosvenor Square. Grosvenor Street, Mayfair, London.
So
Dear Houston.
That was where the Pendew Foundation was.
Yeah. Dear Houston, whatever. Old chap, how go the excavations? And more importantly, how are the preparations proceeding for the big event? I'm not sure how much help Al-Shakti and his bunch in Cairo were likely to be. They are far more focused on taking over their own past raking over their own past than looking to the future. Still, as long as you keep things up at your end, I'm sure everything will be well. Don't forget, Sir Aubrey is expecting Sir Aubrey is expecting a progress report from you by the end of the month. You know he doesn't like to be kept waiting. Happy digging, signed E.G.
E.G. is Edward Gavigan.
Oh, I thought it meant for example. Sorry. That's a joke. Okay, EGS, Edward Gavigan.
So you find yourself sitting in the lounge bar, no, the smoking bar of the boat that you have chartered, the P&O ferry, not ferry, steamer that you are coming from Australia to China. So if you want to kind of come up with a plan of where you're going and what you're going to do. So if there's any questions you need to ask for previous clues, I can give you them.
So the obvious thing that springs to mind is then the mountain of the black wind, right? That text that we just read implies that that's where bad things are going to happen.
So the mountain of the black wind you have been to.
Yeah, which was in Kenya. Okay.
That's where you met what's her name? Apathia Matthews.
Yeah. Okay.
That's where we crashed the plane, wasn't it?
That's where you crashed the plane, yes. And you released the that creature.
Yes.
You just let the gug and let it run amok.
I don't think we get it. I think if a gug wants to run amok, it's going to run amok, basically.
Yes. Yeah. The other thing is that the Mountain of the Black Wind.
Yeah.
Is sort of from your rough understanding of geography on that map in the pyramid, bent pyramid. So there was an arc of of something, an eclipse or something, and it roughly goes through the pyramid, the Mountain of the Black Wind.
So again, just refresh my memory for not having been here last time. So why are we heading for China? I mean, that's the obvious question then. So what is our objective in China? Or what has taken us to China at this point?
So the clues you have gathered were a photograph of a boat,
which was
found on Jackson Elias.
The one on the screen, right?
One on the screen. Yep.
Which is
we had the matchbook, didn't we?
Yep.
For the place in Shanghai.
In the Emerson export, you found and also in Gavigan's home in Miser House, you found references to Ho Fang exports in Shanghai.
Yep.
Obviously, in Jackson Elias's notes, there was reference.
Steve, in answer to
Nilo
your question,
Lily Bar.
what's our aim? Rampage?
Always.
You also have 2, or do you have 3? So the clockwork maritime clocks, which are all showing the same time, one you picked up in Kenya. No, sorry, one you picked up in
London.
No, in the Juju House.
Oh yes, yeah. New York.
You did pick one up in London, and you pick one up in Australia.
Yep.
I can't remember I don't think you picked one up in Kenya because you just went in no, you didn't pick one up in Kenya, but you have 3, I believe.
Right.
All giving the same time. And these are maritime timepieces.
Okay. So does it sound and the boat we are on, we are headed for Shanghai.
Yep.
And that's where
it's a P&O liner,
right.
and it can either go to Hong Kong and then Shanghai, or just go straight to Shanghai, depending on what you've paid for. So this is the moment where you can decide whether you're going to get off at Hong Kong or what you're going to get off at Shanghai.
And where did you say the exports place was located? That was Shanghai, wasn't it?
Fang Exports is in Shanghai. Matchbox is a stumbling tiger bar that's in Shanghai. But Niles saw Jack Brady in the Yellow Lily Bar in Hong Kong.
So presumably, then, if the boat is going to Hong Kong first, we might as well go to Hong Kong and then go to Shanghai, or should we just skip the Yellow Lily Bar and head for Shanghai, as there's two potential sources of information there?
So I suppose the other consideration is of the members that went on the Carlisle expedition.
Yeah.
If we go for a little recap, there were 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, definitely 5, possibly 6.
Yeah.
And they were Eric Carlisle, his Dr. Hudson, Penhew, Parthia Matthews, and Jack Brady. There may or may not have been an African woman. You got some indication that there may have been Carlisle may have had an African woman involved in the actual mission. We've got enough information to guarantee that case.
Yeah.
Of that, obviously you've met and killed 2 of them. Lots of documents indicate that Aubrey Penhew is in Shanghai.
Yeah.
So that would just leave Jack Brady and Eric Carlisle.
So if this is a scheduled liner, so is it? You said it was going to Hong Kong, then on to Shanghai. So presumably it will do a layover in.
Well,
Hong
you can
Kong.
decide. You can decide.
So it would make sense then, wouldn't it, to go to Hong Kong first, go to this bar, because if that's the only clue we have in Hong Kong, that's a case of going there, on the night that the line, or however long the liner is going to lay over in Hong Kong, and then proceed on to Shanghai. Right? Makes more sense, presumably. You think?
Yeah, I agree. Hong Kong sounds good. I very much like these pina coladas.
He says in his deck shorts with his because he's on his deck lounger.
Yeah.
So for at least 2 weeks, you've just been lying there doing absolutely nothing, recovering, refilling your gin bottles. We won't worry about him hiding guns in the hold. You just did that. So is there any? So in terms of Eric Carlisle's relationship to Brady and to the rest of them, it was Eric's exhibition. No, I can't think of the word I'm using. His expedition is the word I'm going for. It was his expedition paid for or initiated by Audrey Penhew. His psychologist, Hudson, came with him. You know that you've read the psychological report on Carlisle. Parthia Matthews came with him. She is a long-term female friend, but not lover. Jack Brady came with him because Eric had got him out of a stick at college years ago, and he is his a very good friend, but also his kind of muscle, and they are thick as thieves. That's the yeah, that's all of them. Yeah, that's all. So, is there any information you would like to know or recap?
I think that's like I say. I think obvious thing to do here is go to Hong Kong, go to the bar, try and find Jack Brady, and then I mean, obviously we know that this group, you know, we need to find these people and rampage them. I would say.
Yep.
Yeah.
And if I remember rightly, so you said that the date on that scrolls had said it was the 14th of January 1926, and this is now, you said May 25, is that right?
Yep. It is May you'll arrive in Hong Kong on May the 15th, or
Right.
Shanghai May the 16th.
Okay. So we need, so you know, presumably whatever their plan is, although, you know, in theory we have 6 months, but I think if we're going to be in Shanghai, in Hong Kong, then we go find Jack Brady. How does that sound to everyone?
Yeah, I'm on board with that.
Yeah, me
Cool.
too.
Yeah,
If Enzo makes a knowledge roll,
Knowledge.
education. Sorry, it's 7th edition.
Education.
Okay, so when Ogilvy mentioned or read out the letter from Gavigan to Hudson, you remember, because it talks about sending stuff from Australia to England. You remember when you broke into the engineering firm in Derby. There were lots of strange mechanical and engineering parts that seemed out of place. Given that you've now experienced lightning guns and seen a little bit of the City of the Great Ones, you remember when you broke into the safe that the stuff that was in there that you have actually stole and smashed up looked very similar to what you've seen of Yithian technology.
Right. So, okay.
You don't know what they did or what they were for, but they seemed important enough to send a dig team down to Australia to then send them to the UK to reverse engineer and send on to Shanghai.
Okay. This will, I expect, this will come up in conversation. You know, that I'll say, you know, how the stuff the equipment we saw in the underground, in the city, the old Yithian city, yeah, is reminiscent of what I saw in the safe back in England. And yeah, we'll of course share that in casual conversation with the others.
So you went to I can't remember the name of the engineering firm. Try to find the bloody thing. Castle. Henson Manufacturing. That's it. Henson Manufacturing.
Henson.
That's where you found all of the strange components which looked odd, and that you smashed up.
Where was the reference to Shanghai with respect to?
So there was boxes ready to be packed up to be sent to Shanghai, and there was notes of packaging notes So the information you get essentially got from Penhu Foundation, the Henson Manufacturing, and Mizza House is that stuff's coming from Australia to the UK up to Henson Manufacturing to be reverse engineered.
Right.
Is the impression you got, and then sent to Shanghai. Lots of import and export notifications.
And we know where they're being received in Shanghai. Is that right?
Hofang exports.
Yeah.
Hofang Exports.
Yeah, Hofang exports in Shanghai. You found a calling card. What did you find? Oh, that was Emerson's. But there was addresses and notes about Hofang in the Penhu Foundation.
Right.
600 pages to go through to find the actual minor note. But yes, that's what you found.
Right. Well, we've got more pointing us at Hong Kong than at Shanghai than Hong Kong, but
Yeah.
still would be good to see if we can track down this Brady character.
Yeah, I guess the thing is though, if we rampage all the other members of this expedition, he's the only one left. Can he still? So in other words, do we need to divert ourselves by going looking for him if we can do more damage? Is that the word? More good in Shanghai. So
it appears that the ringleader,
Penhu,
is in Shanghai.
So
Brady Muscle looking after Eric Carlisle.
Yeah. So maybe in that case, then we just go for Shanghai.
We don't want Carlisle then.
I thought you said he was in Shanghai, right, Kevin? Or did I get that wrong?
Penhu is in Shanghai.
Yeah.
Right.
But Carlisle would be in Hong Kong. That's where his bodyguard is. Is that right, Kevin?
You don't know. There's been no mention of anyone seeing, other than the Kenyans saying they were all killed. There's been no mention of what's his name, Carlisle.
All right. But between you and me, Kevin, between you and me, that's where he is. I mean, Rex doesn't know this. Rex isn't listening. But between you and me, that's where he is.
You can make an education roll, Rex.
No, I'm just. I'm just yanking your chain, mate.
Well, you've got 2 bars amongst your clues.
Yep, let's continue this global pub crawl, shall we?
Literally a giant pub crawl. That is quite funny.
Yes, that's all well and good, but are there any bars there?
You'll have to ask Bradley. He does have the skill.
I could find some if I make my roll.
Bradley, you can find them in the desert, mate.
Let's see.
Oh.
Curses.
Keep drinking. You'll get there.
No, I'll spend some luck on that.
Oh, steady on. Hold on a minute. I'm going to sit down. Turn it up.
So there are several considerations you will need to take into account when arriving in China. First one is, I don't believe any of you can speak Chinese or Mandarin.
We just double check that. You never know your luck. Pretty sure you're right, but
Oh, I've got 97 in Mandarin. How'd that happen? I just
Yeah.
randomly picked it.
It's quite easy. It's the edit mode.
Yeah. As the rest of you picked Kenyan, Egyptian, and Australian.
Also, would we not trouble getting into China, being from the outside world?
You don't know yet.
Because
Well,
they're Occidental, not Oriental.
Any similarities between Mandarin and Scythian?
No. Yeah, they're all, in fact, members of the Great Race.
I don't see any language whatsoever. Is there not a language entry on this character sheet? Oh, I'm missing it.
The additional.
Looking, but I can't see anything.
yeah, I think I've. Well, no, Herschel had. What did he have? Yeah, because Ogilvy had a little bit of Spanish, didn't he?
Yeah, that's what I thought, but maybe I've got that. Anyway.
Is that on your physical sheet, Steve?
Might be. I'm just checking. Yeah, it could possibly be. I'll have a look at that. I mean, don't worry about it now. I certainly didn't have Mandarin. So,
Yeah, no. Spanish. It was kind of Spanish and
Peruvian, sort of.
yeah, because he is Hispanic technically.
Yeah, Herschel had 21 in Spanish.
oh yeah,
Right.
Under languages, you've got own and Spanish, and Henry Ogilvy.
Okay, where am I? I'm not even seeing that.
In the
So-
middle of the
in the middle.
skills.
You've got firearms.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you're right. Do you know what? I completely missed that. So yeah, 57 in Spanish. So is Spanish anywhere near Mandarin?
Quite hidden by 40 because you've missed Spanish. No, Spanish and Mandarin, no.
Okay, fair enough. It literally says languages right there, doesn't it?
Yeah. Simple thing.
It's been a very long day.
So,
So we've established no one's got Mandarin.
no.
Okay, gotcha.
So, the US dollar will get you some. You'll be able to exchange that. That would be.
I mean, we can presumably hire an interpreter anyway.
I
One
would
would assume.
imagine that, well, the hardest problem is China is quite a closed place.
Yeah.
Getting a Chinese person to be able to that speaks English, might be harder than you imagine. You don't know really much about China.
I mean, I don't know if that's true in 20. I mean, you're not. No, you are right. But
I don't know whether that applies to Hong Kong. That's
I was going to say Hong Kong's an international, British colony, and would be quite a. So in other words, the Chinese nationals, if they wanted to make money, would have to speak English because obviously the bars, the restaurants, all of that, which are presumably pretty much run by Chinese nationals. So I certainly think Hong Kong, you wouldn't have that much trouble finding somebody. But again,
it's not going to be.
Hey, we could make a group luck roll for that, couldn't we? That's an idea.
Yeah. Simple group luck roll.
There you go. Don't worry, boys. I've got it handled.
So, what are your actual plans?
Page. I mean, I guess we just go to the bar. As plans go, it's pretty straightforward. But I think we just go to the bar. That's the only lead we have is the bar. So we go to the bar, and we.
There's this which bar? There's two bars.
The Yellow Lotus bar, you said, didn't you?
So the Yellow Lily is in Hong Kong. The Stumbling Tiger.
Sorry.
Not.
I thought. Yeah, the one that's in Hong Kong, basically. Obviously.
Not Tiger Lily. The Yellow Lily bar.
Yellow Lily. That's what I mean.
Is Craig not joining us tonight?
He is. Yeah, it's recording, isn't it?
Is he?
Yeah, it's been recording. Yeah.
I did hear him say.
So it is recording at the moment. Yeah.
Oh yeah. That's it. Okay. Sorry.
Cool.
Sorry, Craig.
Right.
Didn't see you there, mate.
Oh, blimey! I thought he'd responded there for a minute.
Ignoring. like a crazy Alexa.
Doesn't need to be any more bloody crazy.
it's a 30-day journey. Is there anything you would like, other than Ogilvy's reading, and the rest of you are taking are relaxing? So if you'd all like to roll 1d6, you can have that back in sanity for having 30 days of rest and recuperation.
Obviously, with the exception of Ogilvy, because he's going slowly insane.
You're literally reading books about going insane. So
Yeah.
yes. So does anyone have any history that they? If everyone makes a history roll, I'll give you a small piece of information about China.
Ogilvy's got history. Not that much.
So no, China's not really ever popped up on your radar. You don't know, other than it might have a wall there. You don't know what currency they use. You're guessing at Chinese.
I mean, would we need history though to know that they use a yen? That's pretty much common knowledge, isn't it?
Also,
Or we could ask
if
somebody
you're
on the ship, I
interested,
suppose.
I'm sure we could have found that out from at least
Yeah.
casual conversation on the ship.
Yeah, just
And
ask the crew.
And it's not history anyway, that's contemporary
No,
knowledge.
So
It's world affairs.
The Chinese
knowledge.
adopted the US dollar in the form of the yen as their official currency in the late 1800s.
Yeah.
As a result, Mexican silver dollars are widely accepted. So a yen is essentially worth 1 British pound or 10 yen is worth 1 British pound or 10 US dollars.
Okay. So 1 yen to $1 then.
2 yen to $1.
Oh, okay.
So there are some American and European immigrants in China. You think you might be able to, because lots of English people have gone there, or a large quantity of English people, you suspect or you hope that you'll be able to communicate with somebody in the port and then hopefully get someone to assist. But, you're not, that's more hope than anything. So you're going to Shanghai. Let me get the Shanghai map up.
Well, how big can it be? We just walk up and down the streets.
I say, Albin, you speak
Senor
English.
Pratley will soon enough spot the
Absolutely right. It can't be that difficult.
yellow lily.
Oh, you've got an address for the yellow lily on the map.
Oh, wait a minute. This is Shanghai, though, isn't it? I thought you said we were going to Hong Kong first.
You're going to Hong Kong first?
Didn't we say that? Isn't that where the yellow lily is, or is that in?
Yeah, the yellow lily is Hong Kong.
Okay. Did we not say? Sorry. I'm happy to go with that if that's. I thought we said we were going to Hong Kong first.
Yeah, I thought we were going to Hong Kong.
I thought we were going to Paris.
There'll always be Paris. So you arrive in Hong Kong on the 15th of May. And as you say, Hong Kong has got annexed since 1841. So one of the main languages is English, but they do speak Cantonese, which is the Hong Kong language. But you are able to communicate with people quite easily.
Brilliant.
The boat docks, and you start seeing them unloading all of people's equipment and baggage. and a handful of people get off the boat, including yourselves, and you get to the customs desk. Sitting in customs desks is an English-looking, a well-dressed, uniformed chap who's clearly Oriental, but his mannerisms and his demeanour, almost as if he's walked off the playing fields of Eton. I won't do the accent because that might be bad, but he speaks English with a distinct accent. He can't quite get all his R's out. And he says, "Can I help you? You are business or pleasure?"
Our business is our pleasure.
Very true. Passport? So you have a number of passports that you stole
Rock
from
Steel.
Steel. Mr. Rock Steel, business or pleasure?
A little of both, I hope.
Excellent. And anyone else remember their nom de plumes?
I didn't know we had a nom de plume, to be to be fair.
I think Herschel had one. I don't think Rex has had one.
No.
Magnum
Oh,
Sharp,
I'll
that was
just
Herschel.
use my. I'm just going to use my passport. It says I'm American. I'll give you my
Magnum
passport.
Shaft.
Magnum Shaft.
That was the prop.
Yes.
Yeah. That was Herschel.
But that's
I
not.
don't think Ogilvy had an alias.
No.
So Ogilvy just will hand over his American passport. I'm American. It's my first time in China. I'm very excited.
China. You're not in China. You're in Hong Kong.
And he'll blush suitably.
Got off the boat way too early.
Okay. Do they do Chinese food here?
We do Hong Kong food here.
Okay, that's great. Thank you.
Very good. And you, sir, so you looking at you, Rex. Business or pleasure? I may have your passport.
Business, I guess, and I'll hand over my passport.
So does Rex? No, you hand over your passport. He looks at it. He stamps it, and he hands it back to you. Enzo. He looks at you and says, "Business or pleasure, sir? May I have your passport?"
Like my friends here, a bit of both.
So you're all travelling together. What name have you got on your passport?
I can't remember what my made-up name was.
No, can't.
You pull the passport out and you read it before you hand it over. It's St. John Thomas.
It's Meryl Streep. Shit.
What was it? Wasn't very memorable.
You'll be fine. She's not been born yet. You're okay.
No.
Yeah.
Maybe she got her name from you.
Ford Harris.
Ford Harris. Ford Focus.
Excellent, very good, sir. And he points you to the customs area where they're bringing suitcases and golf bags and whatnot off the ship. And there are a couple of large bags that you were using to store your equipment in. Quite crude. Your weapons were hidden in the false floors of these steam ship. What are they called? Gigantic big cases. So,
Chests.
yeah, you are now standing outside of the immigration depot with a couple of large boxes, and that's it. It is.
Can we summon like a porter with a trolley?
Ogilvy, make a charisma roll.
Oh God, help us! Hold on. I don't even think he has that. Appearance, you mean? Has he got appearance?
You've got charm.
Oh,
yeah, I've got charm skill.
what's the?
So I guess it's charm. Yeah, because there is no charisma, so it'd be charm, I guess.
Yes.
I'll try that. Hey, bloody hell. Well, charming. Enchanté.
You're pleased as punch as this little waif of a child. No more than
No.
On your way.
Next.
oh, well, he looks confused. He kind of
But I like him. Can we not keep
he puts his hand out for some kind of recompense for you calling him over. Are you going to give him any of money?
I'll throw him a coin. Say sorry, young fella.
He chases after it. He picks it up, puts it in his mouth, looks at it, and spits and throws it back at you.
Fine, fuck you then.
No, fuck you. No, he just goes.
Starts here. I'm going after him. I'll shoot him. No, that was a joke. Okay. Well, I'm just trying to call a porter because we've got boxes and shit to get to a hotel, so we're going to need some. You know, I presume Prattley's not going to lend a hand carrying anything. So
Well,
we've just got off a boat. Surely there'll be loads of porters around.
yeah, I'd have thought there'd be porters. So we just get a porter.
One,
and listen. Let me just lay this out there, right? This guy's job is to move luggage. He's not going to nick our luggage, right? Let's just put that out there. He's going to get his barrow. He's going to put the boxes and our cases on. He's going to take it to a cab. We're going to pay him for a job well done. He's not going to run off with it. He's not going to nick anything. He's not going to steal anything. He's not going to pocket anything. He's just going to do his job. How do you feel about that, guys? Yeah? Sound reasonable?
Delusional Ogilvy. That goes against 100% of my experience with porters.
Well, you know, Ogilvy's an optimist. So, right. So I'll call over another likely-looking, honest-looking porter.
Okay, make another charm roll.
I'll smile at him and then I'll show him a gun and say, if you nick anything from us, mate, you're dead.
This guy has a twirly moustache.
He has a long handlebar moustache.
Hey, and again.
And a cape.
He's charming as hell tonight. There you go, look.
So, an adolescent child, no more than 15, wearing what
Move on. We want a geriatric. Who can't outrun us?
So you're going to make him go?
No, if Ogilvy's more than happy. The guy looks fine. He says, no, hey, yeah, can we get some help with our bags, please?
So this guy looks like he's wearing pajamas, silken pajamas.
Racist, but, you know, go on. I'll allow it.
Ogilvy doesn't know these things. Right? You're a bit confused.
No, that was Ogilvy.
This chap's wearing what looks like pajamas and slippers. Come running up to you. I don't know what they wore in the 20s.
No, that sounds probably about right.
Flares and bell bottoms. And in a heavily accented.
Now, that's what you wore in your 20s, Kevin. That's not.
Back then in the late 80s, early 90s.
Yep.
Yeah, it's all right. He says, you want in kind of broken pigeon English. Says, you want hand with boxes, sir?
You are a reporter. You're a reporter, yes?
He kind of looks a bit confused. But I carry boxes for you. I carry luggage. You
yes.
pay top dollar. You pay top.
Well,
top,
we pay.
No steely.
No steely or shooty. Okay.
You're funny. I like you. You're funny guy. I like you.
You're funny, Mr. Jones.
You like ladies?
You call him Dr. Jones, doll.
You like ladies? I get you ladies.
Ogilvy blushes. No, would like to go to a hotel. Is that okay?
Hold that thought.
I get I find you pretty flat, ladies.
No, we just go to a taxi. Okay, we go to a taxi cab.
Oh, a taxi. Okay, I get my trolley. It gives you a random amount that sort of sounds reasonable. Runs off
Fine.
it starts running back with a large wooden wheelbarrow thing, and then you start seeing other young men coming towards you, and they're all going, I help, I pay, you pay top dollar, I help.
Fuck off!
And they start
you.
arguing, and in front of your eyes, about 5 of these kids, including the chap that you have engaged, start to fight.
Are they using kung fu?
Ooh. Fuck it. Yes. They're
Brilliant.
yes. They are
Of course
full on Jackie Chan kung fu.
Brilliant.
They're finding strange implements. One of them picks up a walking cane, breaks it in two, and starts throwing it around his arms. You've never seen this kind of stuff before. But they start fighting in front of you. And a
Enzo,
crowd
my
together.
money's on the tall lad. What about you?
Maybe we should just carry our own boxes.
Yeah, I'm going to start loading stuff onto the
We just
wheelbarrow
while
thing.
they're having a cinematic action sequence, we're just going to load the boxes onto a thing.
They're jumping and they're
Enzo.
kind of fighting. Everyone needs to make a spot hidden roll.
Oh God.
But I'm just imagining, like, in the foreground, it's us loading up a cart, and just off screen, you hear,
No, I'm engulfed in the fight.
So Enzo, you've already
Hey.
so let's see.
sorry, what do I need to... Oh,
Spot hidden. So, Enzo, as you start to load up the wagon with boxes, you do feel a small hand attempt to go in your pocket, but without looking, you put your hand behind your back and break the finger, and you hear a cry as the child runs off. Rex, no, Henry and Arthur, both of you notice small children young kids attempting to rob you.
I pull out my gun, pointed at the kid's head, and say, "Can I help you, son?"
In broad daylight in front of everyone else.
Well, I'm not like waving it around and shouting. It's like,
I can make a stealth roll to pull the gun stealthily, like in the pocket of your jacket. And he kind of puts his hand up and he runs away. Ogilvy, what are you going to do with the young person that is attempting to?
I'll try and have a heart-to-heart conversation with him and instruct him in the error of his ways, and that it's terrible that a small child should turn to crime.
He's nodding at you. Whilst,
but I'm also going to then make sure that his hand is not in my pocket.
Okay, so you notice that he's thumbing through a wallet.
Right. Okay, so at that point, then I'm just going to show him my automatic pistol that's tucked in my waistband.
Okay, so it's not your wallet.
I don't care.
But Arthur,
anyway,
with your heart,
why are these porters also untrustworthy?
because not enough of them have been shot yet. That's why.
No.
Good point.
So Arthur, you notice as glancing over at the kid that Ogilvy's engaged with, he's holding a wallet that looks like Rex's.
I'm just going to walk over to him and just like push the gun to the side of his head, pull back the hammer.
Okay, but
I'm assuming a 9mm is. I don't need to understand the native lingo.
No,
It's a universal language. Bullet in the head is
that will
universal.
work as long as Ogilvy can stealthily get his. What you got a Mauser? You haven't got a.
No, got a 45. What he's got a 45, I think.
45. So you're going to do essentially
double check
the same thing.
Because I didn't realise I'd be using it to intimidate a small child, but that's fine. Yeah, 45 automatic.
Okay, so you exact same thing. Stealth roll to keep it in your pocket and not get seen attempting
Stealth.
to stealth.
Hang on a minute.
Ugh.
We should have it. If there's a massive brawl happening,
Brawl. Yeah, we've got distraction going on. Haven't
I'm
we?
Yeah.
sure there's probably more
It's a
interest
bit
in
of
that.
distraction. You got a 17 out of 20, so you nailed it. Let's see what.
Oh, sake. Actually, I don't particularly care because, like I said, there's a big fight going on. So I just wave the gun at the kid and say, give it me, or I'm going to shoot you."
He hands it over,
No
And-
more Mr. Nice Guy. Now get out of here. Beat it.
runs off into the crowd.
And then I put my gun back into my waistband, and
No,
I'll
want
hand the
to
wallet
rob
to
him.
Rex.
I wanted to empty his pockets. All right, and the rest, hand it over. Come on, empty your pockets.
It's got 15 wallets.
Yeah, I'll take the whole damn lot. Now, fuck off.
Mine's the one that says badass
Fucky
motherfucker.
offy.
What does yours say, Rex?
Badass motherfucker on it.
That's another. only
Who the hell has a white wallet?
Because it's a cheap wallet. All that's left of the imprint, because he's been sitting on it for ages, for months on this thing, it just says arsefucker. The rest of the embossment has come off.
No, it's made from echidna hide.
So
Actually, it's probably made from alligator hide.
yeah, unfoldable. So you
Crocodile?
loaded the your suitcases onto the trolley.
And I swear to God, if any more of these porters mess us about, they're just going to get shot, and that's the end of it. And
Yeah.
Ogilvy do the time, because I mean, we haven't even got to the damn hotel yet.
No. So you now find yourself the crowd disperses and police have turned up.
How much do I get, by the way? I mean,
How
all
much?
those wallets that I got off that kid.
Where's that? Don't want to go. This in dollars. $23.
Anybody famous? Are there like any names and addresses or stuff in these wallets?
Hey, it's your round, senor.
No, that would be really no. Nobody famous. Nobody's name you recognise.
Well,
So-
I'll pocket the money then, and I'll chuck the wallets in the water.
Okie dokie.
Not a bad haul.
But as you kind of turn around, you realise that the fight, they've all kind of evaporated, almost as if it was staged to rob you.
Okay, we're going to hunt every single one of them down and kill them in retribution.
Yeah.
Fuck
Well,
that.
you've got magic powers. Can't you use your magic powers to?
Absolutely. Well, yeah, I mean, most of them are kind of a bit obscure, to be fair.
There
Let me have a
must be
look. Let's just
something.
have a little refresher, shall we? So I can do a mind blast, which, okay, that's pretty bad.
Find a cheese
Any-
ball.
Chant a knife.
Have you
I can create a
any-
mist.
think that can like? You should use that
Can what?
next time horrible kids start basically trying to rob us. Just do some magic, scare the shit
I
out
can
of
wither.
them.
I can wither their limb.
Wow,
That's good. I
perfect.
can wither their limb. Yeah, their appendage will rapidly and painfully wither and shrivel. So
So
you want to put your hand in my pocket, mate?
Do any of them look like art critics? Because we've got a painting they could have a look at.
Good point.
So in essence,
You
all
small child, come look at this painting. What do you think?
where do you go? Best
You look
friend-
like dinosaurs?
Yes. All kids like dinosaurs.
Oh yes.
So essentially, you've got all of the spells that Herschel had in the time that Herschel spent reading his the books. You've done exactly the same thing, read them, and gained those books. On top of that,
Right.
you've got the scroll with a one-time gate spell,
Yep.
which you used from Kenya to Australia.
Okay.
But because you wasn't here last session, I decided you chose not to use it. Just take
Right.
it slow to kind of gain back your senses.
Okay.
So you're now in Hong Kong. a thriving metropolis of scum and villainy. Where are you going to go? I don't have a map of Hong Kong because there isn't a map provided.
I mean, okay. Well, I guess we'll probably follow the usual pattern, which is we find a hotel in the centre, something reputable. Doesn't have to be
Find a
massively
tailor's.
expensive, but something decent. And then just go to this bar because that's what we're here to do, isn't it? We know. Go to a hotel, get a taxi to the bar.
So, glancing around, you see from the docks, there's a number of streets that spread out. Do see in the distance the Metropole Hotel.
Okay.
And that's probably 100 yards away.
Well, it must be fate.
Well, you're on the dock, so there's going to be.
Yeah.
As you get closer to the Metropole, further on is another hotel, and it's called the Blue Lotus Hotel.
Okay. I don't like the sound of that. Yeah. I want somewhere where I can get egg and chips, get a copy of The Sun. I don't want anything ethnic, all right?
I don't like curries.
Yeah. That's absolutely true, I don't. Yeah.
So you're going to go to the Metropole?
Yeah, I think so.
If it's decent.
I'll tell you what, actually. Hang on a minute, I've got a thought. Ogilvy has clairvoyance 35%, so I think now might be an appropriate time to see if he receives inspiration from the spirit world as to whether this is a good idea.
So this is yes, you can
just out of these two hotels. So you've got 35% chance. I don't think he's got a skill for. I'll just roll a D100. Yeah.
Yeah.
There you go. 7. So he sort of has a spider sense tingles, which seems to be the better choice.
You hear the voice of Jackson Elias in your mind, and says,
"Go home."
You're doomed. And he says, "The Blue Lotus."
Okay, so we'll go to the. Okay, I should say. I've got a feeling we should go to the Blue Lotus. I had one of those kind of creepy sort of hunches, so I think we should go there.
Have you been drinking the water, Ogilvy?
Possibly, but
didn't you also think we should get a porter?
I beg your pardon?
Didn't you also think we should get a porter?
That wasn't a clairvoyance. That was just common sense because I didn't want to carry all the bags. But this is a mystical sense that we should go to the Blue Lotus. So
yeah, I'm happy with that.
Although we could probably arrange the hotel to pick up our bag.
Yeah.
Yeah, you could leave them on the side of the street, wander up to the hotel.
I'm sure they'd still be there when we got back.
Yeah.
Fine.
Well, the first person
Well, I was thinking we could leave them in a port facility.
You've left the port facility.
Well, if there's a nice balcony and it's a high enough elevation, I could just sit up there. I've got an elephant gun. Anyone tries nicking them bags before they're collected, poof.
Boom.
Yeah, the elephant gun's in the bags.
No, the elephant gun is in the golf bag, which I am carrying.
Okay.
The golf bag does not leave his side.
Yeah.
They're my children.
So, you arrive at the Blue Lotus Hotel. There's a young, pretty-looking Chinese lady behind the counter. It's very pristine. There's a number of gold cats with their left arm bobbing backwards and forwards for some reason.
No, cats. Ooh, cats. I feel the allure of the cats.
She says with a heavily accented accent, "Can I help you?"
Yes, we'd like a suite, please.
You see her eyes
4 people.
glaze a little bit, and you like a room?
Yes.
A room.
Suite,
4 people.
ideally.
One moment, and she starts fumbling through a book, and you see bizarrely she's going from the back of the book forward. rather
What a
than
crazy mixed up country this is.
Oh yes, as I said, I have 2 rooms that are interconnecting, 2 double beds in each. Would that be
No.
okay?
It'll take 4 single rooms if you don't have a suite.
4 single rooms. Do you wish them interconnecting or not? We have.
Yes, please.
I've got 3 that are interconnecting and 1 on the floor above.
Well, that's not much damn use, is it?
Let me see what else I can do. I can do. The best I can do is the 2 doubles and a single, all interconnecting.
Wait, what was that again?
I can do 2 doubles and a single that are all interconnecting.
Double beds?
Yes, sir.
Well, that's no damn good. Maybe we try another hotel then.
No, we need to stay here. I've got a very strong feeling about it.
Well, then you arrange for the rooms, Henry.
Hello, miss. Okay, so we are for obviously, as you can see, we are for gentlemen.
Heterosexual men.
It would not be ideal for us to be sharing double beds together, if you know what I mean. So, is there anything you can do to help us?
Yes, sir. If you when you go in the room, if you move the 2 single beds that we push together to make a double apart, you can have 2
Okay,
single.
so what you're saying is these are actually twin rooms, okay? Okay, yes, we'll take them. That's fine.
There's a single double room. I twin. I don't. Not sure.
Okay, so they have 2 single beds. Okay, so two perfectly heterosexual men can sleep in that room without touching. Okay, is that what you're telling me?
Are you being obtuse, miss?
I certainly not. If you wish to touch, you can push them together. If you don't wish to touch, you can push them apart.
Okay,
You clearly said they were double.
Ma'am, we'll take the rooms, ma'am. Okay.
Excellent. And she gives you a price and the keys.
Okay. And okay, and can we have somebody help us take our bags to our room, please, miss?
Yes, sir.
If it's a small child, I'm going to shoot somebody. Okay.
You have room 664 and
Ooh.
66.
Okay. Great. Okay. Thank you, miss. Let's go.
She gives you the keys, and a couple of young boys come out and help carry us upstairs.
Jog on, you two. Jog on.
And after a fashion, you find yourselves in your rooms with the doors open. You have the 2 rooms, the doors open between, and you can you're there in your rooms.
Okay. Well, I guess we should all freshen up. And what sort of time of day is it? Is it?
You're right at 8. Let's say 11 o'clock. By the time you get here, you've got off the boat, had the little fight on the dock, and you arrive in your hotel. Say 11 o'clock.
So it's in the morning, presumably, or night.
Yes, in the morning.
Well, we're in
So
Hong Kong. I definitely want to get measured up for some suits and some shirts. Damn fine tailors in Hong Kong.
Ogilvy might treat himself to a new tank top, possibly.
You have been in those clothes you've got for weeks. Don't forget,
Yeah.
all your actual clothes and belongings.
Exactly.
Burnt. They were stolen and not returned. Only the books and the map.
I think that is the definition of steal.
Yeah. So your clothes just the clothes you've got. You stand up in. You've been wearing those pants for the last. In fact, I would imagine some of you've gone El Commando.
Okay, so we probably need to go and do some clothes shopping.
Yeah. So I think I will phone down to reception and just get them to arrange for a tailor to come to the hotel, measure me up.
Yes, sir.
Do you lads want some suits? We'll get measured up for some new clothes.
I can't wear a suit, Mr. Pratley. It irritates my skin. I'd have to stick to something more simple. But thank you, though.
Yeah,
I'll give it a go. Yeah, I'll give it a go.
si, senor. I take a suit.
Yeah. So I'll do that. So I'm guessing just wait, chill out, get cleaned up, wait for the
half an
tailor to
hour
arrive.
And there's a knock on your door.
And there's 3 young boys arrive.
Jog on.
There's an
I'll
elderly
decapitate the
looking
first, shoot the
chap.
second one in his knees, and the third one what floor are we on? Is it sufficiently high fall to kill the average person? Because if it is, I'll throw them out the window.
6th floor.
Excellent. Fantastic.
So you
How'd you go?
elderly looking chap wearing orange overalls
Thank you.
and a
Move on.
measure-
Keep moving.
Next.
I come to measure clothes for Taylor.
Excellent. Over here.
I'm Roger the tailor. Without a hint of irony. Doesn't realise what he just said.
What has he just said?
I'm Roger the tailor.
Is that a Pink Floyd reference?
It's a Duran Duran reference, I think. Roger Taylor.
Who am I thinking of then?
So Roger
The drummer from Duran Duran.
Roger
I
Waters.
was thinking about Roger
Roger
Waters.
Waters.
Or who's the other one from Queen? That's Roger.
That's
Roger Mercury.
Roger somebody.
Roger Mercury. Roger Daltrey. Anyway, so he
Roger
says
Mercury, Roger Zink.
Isn't he Roger Taylor as well from Queen?
Wasn't there 2 Taylors in Duran Duran?
Yeah, John Taylor and Roger Taylor. Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry, I said that too quickly. That was too. I think you're right. Yeah.
wasn't Brian-
Yeah, because Queen's drummer is also called Roger Taylor. So there you
Yes.
go. Not the same guy.
No, it was a shit joke, but let's go with that.
Yeah. But here we are 5 minutes later, still going over it. So
Yeah, he starts measuring you, and he looks up to you. Practically says, do you, which side has sailed his ship?"
Probably right side.
He measures you, takes some measures down, and Rex. So he starts measuring you. He says to you, "Which side do you sail your ship?"
Left side.
He measures you, not a problem. Enzo, which side does Sir sail his ship?
A sinistra. The left.
Of course.
And he gets to Ogilvy.
no, Ogilvy's not having a
Ogilvy
suit.
don't
mate.
want-
I'll make it quite clear.
He snubbed my generosity.
No, keep moving.
I remember
keep
this.
moving.
I remember this, Henry.
I just need. I'm just going to find myself a shirt and a tank top. I'm good.
Sir doesn't sail ships. Okay. Takes notice. I take. Do you have a colour? He produced some swashes, and picks 50 shades of grey.
Ooh.
There's some khaki. What's that? That really light
I'm
colour.
just going to choose something fairly kind of, something nice, not too ostentatious. A good quality weave.
Velvet plush, then. Yes, purple.
You got anything with kangaroos on it?
No, sir. I think I might be able to do kangaroo slippers.
If he's got a powder blue, I'll take a powder blue.
He could maybe do you like a kangaroo in outline in rhinestones on the back.
That would be ace.
And the band was Shawaddy Waddy. Dear, oh dear. So he takes lots of notes, and he says, "Would tomorrow morning be okay?"
Absolutely brilliant.
Excellent. I'll have them delivered tomorrow morning. That'll be 4 cents, 68 yen, 3, $4, $5, $6 each.
I will hand him the money that I took. Assuming he will take.
He takes it. He counts it. He goes, $1 short. There's 23.
How much
No,
did you say?
three.
Oh, I thought you said it was six or something.
$6 each, and three of you are having them, so it's 18. Fine. Can't count. Hands you $5 back, and puts his pocket and leaves.
And that was the last we saw of him. I will
And
burn down every tailor
two
shop
boys
in
who were
Hong
sitting
Kong.
on one another's shoulders, disguised as an old man.
As he turns and goes out, you notice that his hair is neatly wrapped in a ponytail. Long ponytail.
Well,
Does he look
I'm not one
inscrutable?
to judge.
He does look inscrutable.
Of course he does.
Are there razor blades at the end of the ponytail?
Despicable Chang.
That's what are they called? The thuggy. Razor blades and the scarves, isn't it?
Yeah.
So he
No,
goes.
thuggy was strangulars.
I thought they had razor blades. Or they wires in their scarf.
No, I think
Like
they used to have
wires.
silk scarves, and then they could tie stones into the end to weight them to strangulate their victims.
Maybe that's what I'm thinking of. So yeah, maybe. Oh. So no, you don't notice any razor blades in his ponytail. But he seems quite proud of his ponytail. As you just about to shut the door, he produces those pyramidal hats that I can't remember the name of,
Of course he does.
and pops on his head. Not a fez. Pops on his head, and he just wanders off with wearing a pair of wooden shoes,
Stylish.
like wooden flip flops.
Shit, I forgot to ask him for some silk pajamas. I shout after him.
You could shout,
I'd like a couple of pairs of silk pajamas as well, please.
silk. Okay,
Yes.
very good, sir. What colour silk?
Oh, black. Like my heart.
Okay, very good, sir.
Can we assume that Prattley gave him specifications for all the pockets he needs for hip flasks?
I'd make you make a luck roll, but yes, you can assume that.
Oh, it's not a bloody group luck roll.
Well,
So-
technically I can't fail, so I've got all the pockets in the world. It's just basically one big pocket. It's more pocket than suit at this point.
It's like you've just brought me a silk sack. No clothes, just a silk sack. I'm not wearing that. So you're hungry, thirsty, and you're sitting in your rooms, having just been tailored. I'm sure that's the right word.
Fitted up.
Fitted up. It's getting towards lunchtime. What would you like to do?
Lunch.
The hotel has a small restaurant which serves quality Cantonese food. Some of the stuff you've never seen before.
I'll have a number 15, number 38, and number 6.
There looks like soup with ping pong balls in it. There appears to be circular wooden bowls, stacked bowls that have
Dumplings. Steamed dumplings.
Yep, steamed dumplings, rice, various animals, or bits of meat.
Ah, they're pasta.
There is noodles, which is close enough to pasta, I'm sure. So
Yeah, his Enzo's just spotted some noodles being carried around and already feels at home.
everyone needs to make a constitution roll after eating this food, as none of you have had Chinese food before.
Hang on a minute. I'm an American. I only eat hamburgers. So,
There's nothing that there's bread rolls. Let's go bread rolls.
okay. Let's go for a constitution roll for the heck of it. Yes,
Really?
loves him some noodles.
Rex, this is not agreeing with you at all. It tastes funny. There's no savour. It just tastes like unsavoury bushmeat.
It's just too much flavour, mate.
I just look at Rex. What's the matter, motherfucker? Too much ginseng?
I haven't had any gin.
I'm feeling a bit woozy. I might go for a lie down.
You do think that it could do with being, char grilled over a barbecue? Not wishing to play to stereotypes, but I will. Yeah, it could do with being cooked.
There's not enough koala in this.
Yeah, it's not. You're not enjoying it at all. But the lunchtime goes, and you have your fill. Nobody's sick. So what are you going to do?
Perhaps we should look for a bar.
Yep.
Yes.
We know there's a bar that we need to be going to.
We can't go out like this, Ogilvy.
Stumbling
Look at
tiger.
us. We just stumbled out of the bush.
Oh yes, because you just reminded me. Ogilvy's probably got his long underpants on, and he's got his sock suspenders on. He needs to get some fresh clothes.
Yeah,
His cargo shorts. And
Yeah.
his sandals and socks.
socks and sandals. Yes, and they're dirty socks. And maybe I think maybe you've lost one of the
With
socks.
suspenders.
With suspended. Yeah, but he's lost one of the socks.
Yeah.
You've got the same shoes on because that'd be a bit mean. But definitely lost one of your socks. You're looking a bit grubby.
Well, I'm sure we will have a bath or whatever.
Yeah, I mean we're gonna have because we've got. You said this has all happened in the middle of the day, so presumably we won't be aiming to go out to the bar till later. So
No, but to be fair, you have spent a month on the boat, so you are clean, and your clothes have been cleaned at the boat's on board laundry, so they're not dirty.
You know something, lads? You know what I really fancy?
An early night.
No, a Turkish bath. What do you say? My treat.
Okay, but in Hong Kong, or?
Well, I'm sure there's an equivalent.
I'm game.
Steam bath or something. So
You'll be surprised to hear Ogilvy's never had one. So
you don't know what you're missing out on, Henry. That's my
okay,
plan. Anyway.
I could go for that. That sounds good.
Yeah, steam bar.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I think we'll go to a steam bath somewhere, and then we'll just hit the bar, and we'll wait for our cool duds to be arriving. If that's okay, or
so yeah, so the waiter comes up to you and goes, would sirs like a aperitif? He says it quite loud, as if he's struggled with the word in the past. Would sir like an aperitif?
I don't really understand what you're asking.
Sorry. Would sir like another drink?
is this before or after we've had our Turkish bath?
You haven't gone to the Turkish bath yet because
Right.
Yeah, I have a drink. See.
So you produce what could be schnapps or a little glass with a drink in.
See, bring the drinks.
They bring over a tray, 2 each.
Well, I'm not. No, I'm not. No, I'm fine. Thank you.
I'll give it a sniff. Is it?
It's alcohol, strong alcohol. Could be some kind of sake-esque thing.
I'll knock one back.
Quite strong. Tastes nice. So, how are you going to locate a Turkish bath?
Well, ask a receptionist.
So, could you explain what you mean by Turkish bath? We don't trade with Turkey, so we don't import baths from Turkey. I don't understand.
A bathhouse, a steam bathhouse, something like that.
Oh, Hamaz.
You do bath.
Oh, Hamamaz. Oh, so wants a Hamamaz.
Wait, no, we're not going to be associated with a terrorist organization, okay?
Steam bath.
A Hamamaz.
Oh, Hammermas.
Hamamaz. Hammams. Hamamans.
I thought you
Hamamaz.
said Hamas.
No, not Hamas. Hamamans. So she says, you'll go out of here, turn right, end of the street, turn left, then turn right, then turn left, and the Jade Sparrow is a very good bath. And she draws it out on a bit of paper and hands you directions.
It's owned by Henry Lopan.
It sure is. The check's in the mail.
So you're going to make your way to the bath?
No,
No?
we're going to the thingy, aren't we? Well, I'm going. I don't know if anyone. I'm not trying to force anybody else.
No, I said I'm going. I'm
like-
up for it. I'm going to the steam bath. Yeah, the
Yeah, I'll
Hammermas.
go to have a nice bathhouse, relax,
Yeah.
come back, have a drink.
So after about a 20-minute walk, you find yourself standing outside the Jade Sparrow Amamas, essentially a bathhouse. It costs $5 to get in.
Oh, that's just enough money.
Um,
I've got that in change, haven't I?
the man behind the counter says, "Oh,
God bless those urchins. They've pretty much paid for all our suits and a nice night out at the bathhouse.
the guy goes, is coming as a group or individuals?"
Group, I guess.
Would says like a private booth or a communal?
What's the difference in price? Although I
Yeah.
suppose I can afford it.
What do
That's
most
not
people
a
do?
Pratley thing to ask. What's the difference in price? Who are you, imposter?
Well, I'm
If
just
you're a
thinking about the
Yithian,
loose
get out.
change. I mean, I can afford it. It's just a case of, well, if it's going to cost more, I'd really like to use the urchin money on it. There's a certain
$5
satisfaction
private
for
booth,
me in that.
$1 share with other men.
Nah,
Would like
private.
Okay. So he gives you a white towel each, and points to the corridor where there's a series of doors, and he says, "Go to room 6." And he hands you a key. Would as you begin to walk off, and he looks towards the door, looks back at you, and in a kind of hushed whisper, he says, "Would sirs like any entertainment?"
That's a hard no from Ogilvy.
No, fuck it, because I know what's going to happen. So no.
I can see it coming down the track 100 miles away. So no.
It'll be a whole cadre of highly trained, attractive Hong Kongese pickpockets.
And we've nary a Roger Moore in the house to deal with it. Yeah.
Okay.
Seductive con artists.
Yeah. And then they'll nick our bloody luggage after all that as well.
Well, they'll certainly grab hold of your luggage.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, there you go. Exactly like that.
Just like So the
I believe you should refer to it as a trunk, baby. I want to grab hold of my trunk.
yes. So you find yourselves in room 6, getting
Can I
changed.
just say, by the way, Sean Connery made a very convincing Chinaman, didn't he?
Absolutely, I was fooled. I thought he was Chinese until I,
It's
you know,
false
read
for-
his...
Absolutely stunning. Yeah.
Although I think
Anyway.
technically, I think it's Japanese, mate. I think it's a Japanese.
Okay.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
you find yourselves
He is very sexyful, Bonson.
in the steam room, getting changed. You have no swimsuits. You are completely naked, walking into the bath,
Oh no. Ogilvy's definitely keeping his undies on.
6 pants on.
Apparently doesn't.
100%.
It's like, yeah, it's just parading around. Come on over, mate. You haven't got anything that I haven't seen.
Rolling his towel up.
We've all got one.
So you find yourselves in a Turkish-looking bath. There's lots of steam, and the place is awash with half-naked men throwing steam.
We paid for privacy, sir.
The private room, the actual baths themselves, are open.
What the hell's a room for then?
To check in and put your stuff.
Oh, fair enough.
So you're sitting in the bathhouse, lots of steam. Are you going to do anything?
No. Well, I'm not. I'm
Sit
just
back and
going to let my
enjoy
pores
a
open and let
lovely,
the steam do its work.
Yeah.
How long do you expect to stay in there?
About 15 hours.
I'm
Been a long
I'm gonna-
campaign.
I'm going to check around the perimeter for secret doors and
So there are loads of doors on the side going to their own private booths. And there's another door that goes to a very large room, which has benches in, where people are taking clothes off. You open the door slightly, and there's lots of naked men in there getting changed. As you're wandering round, make a spot hidden roll. You notice there is almost a secondary room at the back of this particular bathhouse, where standing in the archway is a fully dressed chap wearing green gloves, which strikes you as a bit weird. But beyond him is a rather large, fat, bloated man sitting higher up on a bench, and below him are other thinner-looking chaps. But it's almost like it's a court. You get the sense. This chap sitting at the top, and the others are knowing their place below him. But there is a guard on the door going into the bathhouse, going into that section of the bathhouse.
range. Well,
Yeah.
Enzo finds this some slightly disturbing.
You get the sense that this is. It looks organised crimey. You've seen this kind of stuff in Italy with mafia bosses. It has that. It smells like that.
I'll move back the other way. I'll not going to involve myself there.
Okay. So whilst he's doing that, the rest of you just simply resting.
Relaxing, yeah.
Okay, unless you can do anything else, a couple of hours pass. You can't spend 15 hours in there. You will simply waste away. A couple of hours pass.
How do you feel, Henry?
Oh, I'm feeling pretty relaxed, Mr.
Well, I
Pratley.
told you.
It is most refreshing. So unless you're going to do anything else, do you want to go back to the hotel and you'll arrive back for tea?
Yeah.
Yeah, we
Just
should
get
definitely
back
eat
in the
something.
evening, I guess.
Back for tea.
Have a nightcap.
You find yourself drinking the equivalent of either Hong Kong beer or spirits until the wee hours, and eventually stumbling back into bed, where you each fall asleep and have the strangest of dreams. Can't quite put your finger on it.
No, no more Swedish women. No. Ah. Oh.
But you dream of cats and boxes and men that are cats
Box cats.
and cats that are men, and
Ugh.
you wake up in a sweat staring at the Sphinx. And it's a kind of an amalgamation of a lot of stuff you've seen over the last few months, all amalgamates into this dream that's unsettling.
No, no. Urchins everywhere. Stealing wallets. No.
Trust
Ah,
what-
what-
So what was that? It's really quiet. So you oversleep and you miss breakfast. But there's a knock on the door at about 10 o'clock when you're kind of just rolling out of bed. And it is... Has everyone gone quiet?
What?
No, I'm here still.
So it's going to knock on Prattler's door.
Yes.
I have your clothes, sir.
Ah, splendid. Give me a moment, and I will put on a dressing gown or something, and open the door.
You open the door, and at your feet is a box.
Right.
That's it. Just there's a box, a largish box. Nobody else is standing there.
Okay. Well, I'll take the box. Does it look like it's a box full of clothes?
Yeah, you think so.
Oh, well, I'll take it in and open it up.
You open the clothes up, and there are a pair of blue silk pajamas.
Oh, absolutely wicked.
And the next piece of clothing you get out is a set of red silk pajamas.
Cool.
And the next piece of clothing you get out is a yellow pair of silk pajamas.
Okay. I can see where this is going.
And beneath that, there are 3 light suits.
What? Sorry.
3 light suits, khaki suits.
Right. Is it what I ordered?
More or less, yes. You asked for black silk pajamas, but you got 3 colours instead.
Oh, that's fine. As long as they're looking all right. Are they good?
But yeah, the quality is quite good. They feel quite nice, and they.
I mean, it would also. I also wanted shirts and things like that.
Yeah, so there'll be shirts. There'll be a full suite of clothes.
Okay.
The only cock-up he made was the colours of the silk pajamas, which you shouted down to him as you were some distance off. Everything else is.
It's very easy to get, black and yellow and red mistaken. It's an easy mistake for someone to make.
Yeah, he's got everything else right.
Particularly a professional tailor. who deals with colours and this sort of thing every day, I can completely understand why he would screw something like that up. It's it could
Rex
happen to anyone.
didn't want shirts. He just wanted the suit jacket over the top of an open chest.
A pair of espadrilles.
And he's growing a mallet as well, I think. He's going to.
These suits are very good.
Very, very, very nice. They feel really nice to wear. And you look quite dapper, the three of you.
I think Rex will
Well,
turn
you
the
know what they
sleeveless
say,
over
Enzo.
sleeveless jackets.
Every girl crazy for a sharp dressed man.
That's the
I do
worst
the air
jazz.
guitar as I explain that, by the way.
That's the worst jazz solo you've ever heard, Enzo.
Trust me, Enzo. In about 60 years, this is going to be on a thing called MTV like crazy. It's going to be all over that shit.
Hey, okay.
It's been a long campaign, Enzo. It's been a long campaign.
So you're now dressed the part. You look like Englishman out in the summer heat. You definitely look. You could just do with some pith helmets, and that would set the thing off. You look like full-on explorers.
Whereas Ogilvy looks like a preppy American with a tank top and a bow tie. So all is well.
Yes. The best you can come up with is you've got a bomber jacket with an H. I mean, on the embossed on the side.
Yeah, Letterman jacket.
Yes. So you're well dressed. You've been fed, and you had a good night's sleep.
You know what? I think I'm
Right,
going
see
to
you next time,
demand
guys.
as we all step out of our hotel rooms in our suits. ZZ Top is playing Sharp Dressed Man. We have a little montage.
Or what's the piece of music from the Reservoir Dogs when they're walking? Dum, dum, dum,
There's
dum,
lots
dum.
of music in Reservoir Dogs.
When they're walking on line.
Dun, 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 dun. That one.
Oh, little green
yeah.
bag.
That's it.
Is that what you mean?
Yep.
Do 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 do.
It's a bit of slow motion, and the three of you walk out all in motion, all in synchronized steps, looking the part. And behind you waddles out Ogilvy, looking a little bit more scruffy, well-worn clothes. So yeah, you are going to go where exactly? What is your plan at this part of the adventure? Do you know where you're going?
To the bar.
Stumbling tiger. We can find it.
No, that's in Shanghai, baby.
No, there's a bar in Hong Kong. You said this is where.
I know there is a bar, but it's not the Stumbling Tiger, is it?
Yeah, Yellow Lily. Yes. Si,
Yeah.
senor.
So do you know where? I gave you the exact address.
Wangshan Street.
Wang Chung.
Wangshan.
Dance hall days, boy.
No, Jack, they're good guys.
The Wu-Tang Street. No,
Wu Chang. What about the Wu Chang clan? Are we seeing them at all?
You could be. It's near Causeway Bay.
You're making that up.
No, it says here.
Oh,
Yellow Lily Bar on Wangxing Street near Causeway Bay.
brilliant.
Causeway Bay.
Do you have a map of the city, or do you have any way of finding that out where you're going?
Well, I mean, presumably we just pay a cab driver.
There is
Or
a
we'll get what do you call them? The old runny things with the guys.
rickshaw.
Rickshaws. Yeah, rickshaw.
So a four-person rickshaw turns up, obviously. Just
Can't we have a
Tell
rich
him where we're
person
going.
rickshaw? Can't we have a rich shaw?
Rich tea, Mr. Sir.
Yeah.
This guy's English is shit.
Next.
Where you?
No. Also, just I think you can in that
Move on,
ZZ Top
jog
video
on.
I posted. I think you can actually see that woman's nipples. I'm just putting it out there. Okay.
Where did you post it?
In
the
Discord
general chat.
looks like a nip to me.
In general. Can't see. Oh, wait a minute.
Is this silence because everyone's looking at that woman's nipples? You sexy
Yep.
pigs. I was just pointing it out as a piece of interesting, information. I wasn't encouraging you to look at her,
Looks awfully cold in that video.
objectifying her like that, you monsters.
Oh, anyway, so sorry, miles away.
Mm.
Where's I want to go? Where you go?
Causeway Bay?
Causeway Bay. Oh, you want to go flower shopping Causeway Bay?
No, what
Yellow
was it
Lily
called?
Bar.
Yeah,
Wait.
that one.
Wan Shin Street.
No, or is it the whatever the bar was called?
Whatever bar was called. What's the bar called, sir?
Yellow Lily Bar.
Yellow Lily Bar.
Yellow Lily. But
Yellow Lily.
It's called
Let
MTV Video Nipples
really?
Bar.
me try that again. I can't even say Yellow Lily Bar. Oh, very good. So I know where that is. I jump in,
Okay.
and it just lifts up the front of the rickshaw and starts to run slowly because
Play his legs. We're already having.
Ogu, did you want to shoot him or shall I?
I think it's probably your turn. I'm not sure.
Yeah, okay. I pull out my gun and shoot him in the back. Stupid fucker. Doesn't deserve to live. It's a fucking taxi driver. He's professional. Fuck that asshole.
He's literally walking you in a wheelbarrow, a seated wheelbarrow, to the pub.
He
Does my
was.
drive auto skill cover rickshaws?
Strength and movement covers rickshaws. So you it's going to take you about 20 minutes to half an hour for him just like building up speed for eventually arriving outside the Yellow Lily Bar. And it's just it looks like a rather nondescript building. There is a rather large yellow flower painted on the wall outside.
Dare I say it might be a lily? I
Assume it's a lily.
take it I don't need to make a botany roll for that, no?
No.
Okay.
No. But he drops you off, takes your money, and wanders off continues going on his way. You find yourself standing inside the bar, which is open. What do you want to do?
Oh. After you, Senor.
So who's going in first?
I'll go
We're
first.
all dressed really sharp.
Yeah. Right.
Doesn't matter. Well, apart from Ogilvy. Maybe
I'll go
Ogilvy should
first.
go in
If
the
you need
middle.
someone to go in first,
We'll camouflage Ogilvy with our awesomeness and our sharp dressedness.
Sounds like a plan.
Cool. So you go to the bar, and it's not a large establishment. There is a number of clientele. There appears to be a rather large, long, black oak bar at the far end, a series of circular tables. There's some snugs, and a variety of nationalities are sitting in the bar. There's a moment of a kind of a pause in people's conversations, and a couple of people look round, and it continues again. It's just noticeable, but not unnerving.
Are they envious?
Mostly, yes. I think there is a degree of envy to your privilege. It's a bit of a seedier part of town. He did point out the flower shop as you drove past, and this flower shop wasn't selling flowers. It did look a bit seedy. So what are you going
Is
to
that a
do?
joke? Because it's a flower shop.
No, a flower shop. It's a whorehouse.
Looking a bit seedy.
Oh, see, yeah, yes. No, I didn't
Flower
appreciate it. Yes. So you're going to sit down or go to the bar, or what are you going to do?
Do we feel overdressed for this bar or
I
salmon?
think, yeah, I think in suits this good, we need to be at the bar so everyone can basically admire them.
3 of you look overdressed.
I don't know what you mean.
Yeah, certainly that you've got the sharpest suits. But as you get to the bar, you look around. You can actually now see in the alcoves, and every non-Chinese person sitting in the alcoves is wearing a very similar suit to yours. White khaki, or that light khaki colour.
Listen, motherfucker, they might have the same suit, but they don't wear it like this.
No. Guy behind the bar is cleaning a glass with a towel. He says, he tries a tiny bit of Cantonese, but almost gives up immediately and says, "Can I help you? What would it like to drink?"
I'll have a whiskey for me, please.
Whiskey. So pours your whiskey, and sir, would you like? What would you like to drink, sir?
Can I get a soda?
Soda. Yeah.
Dude.
I don't like the taste of alcohol, Mr. Bradley. You know that.
Fine, whatever.
So he produces drinks for each of you, and takes your money, and you'll find yourself standing at the bar with a drink in hand.
Oh, there are no bar stools.
Party luck roll.
Ah. God help us. Hold on a minute. Hey, yeah. Party luck. Hey!
Success. Roll 1d4. That's how many. No, 1d6. That's how many bar stools there are.
1d6, right?
Yeah.
Hey!
6 empty bar stools.
Set them up.
So you find yourselves sitting at the bar, drinking alcohol. What was your plan? Once you
Another perfect day in the core.
Do you have a plan?
God, no.
Well,
I mean, we're looking for, what's his name? Jack Brady, right?
Yeah. So Jack
So,
Brady was
presumably, we just asked the barman to,
Well, he was seen in this
well,
bar what, 3 years ago,
3 years ago.
2 or 3 years ago. 25, and he was seen in the bar. Was it 22 or 23? 23.
so we could just chat about who was it that saw Brady here? Nails.
Bert Niles.
Nails Nelson or something.
Yeah, Nails Nelson.
And Rex, you spoke to him. If I recall, you were telling us about that.
I did, yeah.
How did you bump
I
into
nearly
this?
told you everything you told me.
How did you bump into this Nelson character?
So a telegram was sent to Rex to come and meet you in Cairo, Kenya. And part of that meeting was if you get the opportunity to go and hunt out this Niles chap and a sergeant, another guy, a sergeant who you couldn't find, but you did find Niles and chat with him. Nails and chatted with him.
And that was all the information I got from him, wasn't it? There wasn't it?
Yep. And it's been really a non-stop roller coaster until a month of downtime before you actually get a chance to relay that information to the rest of the team.
And presumably you were talking about this Carlisle expedition and Brady being one of them.
Yeah, so Brady, Nelson knew Brady, and obviously he'd met him, but nobody believed the fact he'd seen some dead guy, some alleged dead guy who'd been missing or been dead for a couple of years in a country miles away.
Do you know what Nelson was doing in Hong Kong?
Hiding. He's a mercenary, so he was on the run. He was just low down, I don't think it specifies exactly why he was in Hong Kong.
I'll make some conversation with the barman,
Yeah.
How long have you been working here?
Oh, I've been here 4 years. 4 years.
Oh.
I'd be here 4 years. Another 2 years, and boss say he gave me a rise.
Good. Do you know how long has this bar been here?
Oh, since 1864. Shortly after English came. Set up bar because English drink like fish.
See, I know. Yes. Oh, we had someone we know told us to come here. You don't know our friend Nelson or Brady?
Nelson. Nelson. That name rings bell. Wait, 1 sec. And he goes off near where there looks like some kind of hill and produces a book. He brings it, starts thumbing through it. He goes, "Oh,
I beg your pardon."
Bertram Nelson. Is that the man you talk about, Bertram Nelson?
It's a different Nelson, I think. But show me, what are you looking at there?
Oh, he had tab. He still owes from a year ago. He owes $200.
Wow. No, I don't know him. It's not the right. No. Nails Nelson. Okay.
No, you said Nelson. This is Nelson. So you pay his tab?
I said I know him. I didn't say I'm his. I'm not his banker. This is a different Nelson. I'm looking for. Our friend is Nails Nelson. Brady? Do you know Brady?
Brady.
Yeah, Brady.
Brady. Let me have a look. Let me have a look at the book. So he starts thumbing through the book.
Is this book of debts?
Tabs. Yeah, it's tab. Yeah, tab book.
Tabs. Ah.
Yeah, no Brady have tab here.
Ah. Okay. Another whiskey, please.
It produces a whiskey, and
I'm gonna
make
look around.
Make a party luck roll.
Well, I'm gonna
Me then, hold on. Hold on a sec.
be looking around
Oh, get in there, Ogilvy.
He says, "No, no Brady, but Nelson had part tab. That's odd. Yeah. Oh, hang on. Part tab with a chap called Randolph Carter. He owed. Yeah, and he rambles off a date, which kind of coincides with about the time that Niles said he met Brody. No, Randolph Carter.
Oh, that's interesting.
He owe. Yeah,
Yes.
he got Niles. Yeah, because I got note here.
Niles.
Nelson tried to get the tab put to Randolph Carter, but we have no Randolph Carter here. But yeah, that's because it's scrubbed out. Tab moved, and he's pointing to these Cantonese pictograms. He's pointing out Nelson moved Tab to end of Carter, and then that's lined up. Nelson still owes money.
Ah, interesting. But you say Bertram Nelson.
Bertram Nelson.
I'll look Rex. I'll look to Rex and say Bertram Nelson.
Bertram.
Could that be Nails Nelson?
Yeah, Bertram Nails Nelson. Nails is his nickname, but his first name was Bertram.
Ah. Oh, I see. And you've not seen him since?
No. Left without paying tab.
Oh.
Yes, that is the bar.
If he had a tab, did he drink here often?
And he's looking at the dates, and it says for 2 months. He stayed nearby 2 months, came to bar for 2 months, then left, and didn't pay his bill.
Do you know where he was staying?
No. I just no idea where he's staying.
Oh. What do you think, guys? I mean, doesn't sounds like a cold lead to me.
Yeah.
Yeah, it sounds pretty cold to me as well by the sound of it.
He doesn't seem to have any more information, does he?
No.
No, I don't think so. So I think we might be barking up the wrong tree here, maybe.
Yeah.
But I guess what we could do is we could stay in the bar and just see what turns up, because we're here now. So
I will tip him, just for his
for his trouble.
Okay, so you eventually find yourselves in one of the unless you specifically want to sit at a table, in one of the snugs, and you can spend the next couple of hours there, and it is just a bit of a rundown bar, mostly frequented by Europeans, the odd native Hongkongese person from Hong Kong comes in, but generally it's Europeans. And most of the conversations you can overhear relate to quite mundane stuff. Generally the weather, the price of noodles, the import-export market. Nothing that jumps out as being interesting. It's really dull. There's you do overhear one chap talking about something he calls communists. Yeah, you would know it. Yeah, there's communists.
I'll never catch on.
It'll never catch on.
Would they be communists at this point, or would they be Bolsheviks?
Communists. Might be Bolsheviks in Russia. But Ho Chi Minh starts his trail soon.
You know, if we could track down a young Mao, we might do the world a big service.
Well, all you need to do is just go around all the whorehouses that have young girls, because he did have a thing for young women. Dirty, smelly, worm-ridden pedophile. I think the CIA referred to him when they did a review. But anyway, so yes, there's you're not getting a sense that the information that you're overhearing is nothing jumps out as being interesting, or that seems to fit with what you're looking for. There's a guy that says he's got to do more fish delivery at the sanitarium.
I mean, all we've managed to do is sort of confirm that this is the place that it seems that Nelson was, yeah?
Yep.
That's
it.
Do we know what Brady looks like? Do we have any idea?
I want to say yes. I want to say that you've seen a photo. Yes, because you've seen the photographs in the newspapers.
Oh, of the expedition.
Yes.
And all the members, yeah, of course.
Yeah, he's more or less in the background. He's not a prominent figure because he was security, and he kind of stayed in the background. But yes, you think you should be able to recognise him if you see him.
Yes. Right. Well, I think. What should we, before we leave? Should I speak to the barman again and say if he can remember anything about
Oh yes,
Brady.
If I remember anything, and he starts writing something down. Yeah, if you give me your address, I will. I'll let you know if I hear anything.
Oh, what's our address?
It's the Blue Lotus Hotel, isn't it? Room 6. Hang on, 664-666.
Yep.
The Blue Lotus Hotel.
Okay.
And you.
Should I tell him that?
It's quite late. We eventually stagger home, and you find yourselves wandering the streets a little bit until you get a rickshaw to get back to the hotel. After a nightcap.
I mean, the last rickshaw stops at like 12:45, I think.
Yeah, you have to walk from there. But you get back to your hotel, and three of you get into your lovely silk pajamas after separating the beds, and start to go to sleep. Are you gonna all go to sleep at the same time, or are you going to set up watches, or how are you going?
We're in a hotel room, so I would have thought we'd probably just go to sleep. I would
Okay.
think, unless anyone has a different opinion.
Well, that's what Jackson Elias thought, and look what happened to him.
Good point.
Yeah, no, I think we're turning for the night. I don't think we've not noticed we're being followed or anything like that. We've
No.
only just got into town.
Yep.
Yeah, I think we go to sleep. Lock the doors, obviously.
Lock the doors, and you all fall into deep sleep. Hours pass, and in the early hours of the morning, about 3 o'clock in the morning, you're awoken by the sound of shattered glass as masked, black-clad men smash through the windows, holding long daggers. I think it's a perfect place to leave it.
Bloody ninjas.
Bloody ninjas, because you did give location of your hotel and your actual room numbers to some random barman in a pub you've never been in before.
Oh, but the good news is this is a lead.
The
So
other
really-
good news is we're going to fuck them up.
Yeah, and they've come to
See,
us.
they don't understand. They're not attacking us. They're coming to us so we can attack them.
They've walked into a trap.
Exactly right. Yeah.
Fucking A.
They fell for our cunning plan.
They could just be plain.
And they're
Yeah,
all pretty
just
short,
plain
right?
thieves.
So, yeah, we can fuck them up easy. They got knives. We got. You stupid bastards. You brought a knife to a gunfight.
They're all
You
really
are
little
effed
guys.
in the A.
We are going to mess them up.
Mhm.
So yes, so that's probably a good place to start a next session with a fight.
Yeah.
But you've arrived in China.
Whee!
Oh, yeah. We got new suits. We got loaded weapons. We got a bunch of punk-ass assholes to blow holes into. Yeah, we're doing absolutely fucking fine.
You haven't killed any little kids yet.
Yeah.
Well, the night
Give
is
it
still
time.
young.
Give
Yeah.
it time, yeah.
Give
I'm
it
very
time.
close to killing a rickshaw driver.
Yep.
Very close indeed. He doesn't know how lucky he was.
I mean, we don't ask for much. We're not assholes. We just want some basic level of respect, courtesy, and service. You give us that, you're safe. You fuck us over on that, we're gonna pop a cap in your ass.
Yeah.
It was, I can picture Pratty pulling his gun out, and at that point, the guy pulling the rickshaw just managed to pick up enough speed that he put the gun back in his.
It's gone from walking to strolling.
Yeah.
Yep, certainly puts a pep in people's steps. Loaded gun. God bless America.
Oh, Ogilvy stands for that, obviously.
Yes.